Hello everyone, and welcome back to LRL. We are here for the third round of Season 4 calendar here at Monte Carlo, Monaco. Um, we're back, after, of course, a week, but yeah, I have no idea what I'm saying anymore. But, yeah, Monaco, the crown jewel of the F1 calendar, and maybe the most trickiest race on the calendar. Let's have a quick rundown of your lineup. We've got DJ Rune in the McLaren, JB in the AlphaTauri, AT and Vexton in the Red Bulls, the Wild. I'm not sure how to pronounce that one, I'm sorry, man. In the Alpine, we got Keta. In the Aston Martin, Matti. In the Mercedes, and then Bucap. In the AlphaTauri, Morrison, McLaren. Meister in the Red Bull, not Red Bull, Aston Martin. Slav in the Alpine. J Repo, Blaze in the Williams cars, and Billy Boy in the Mercedes. So 15 car grid. Let's have a look now. What is going on track? Let me just get wrong button. Let me just get the whole thing up now. That's tyres. Nope, nope. There we go. We'll get the track map up. There we go. But yeah, looks like most people are going out for their first runs in Q1. Of course, well, there's only 15 drivers, so it doesn't really matter what happens. So, yeah. Well, I think it is. I think it's one of the. I think it's Burkham's who's the leader at the moment on the soft tyres. So, he's the first one to start a lap. Being very aggressive through the chicane there, but obviously they just try and get a feeling for the car. Well, let's see what happens. So heading down for the first lap of qualifying. Opening up the DRS now, heading down the start-finish straight. About 170 miles an hour or so. Braking into turn one, cutting the first corner pretty nicely actually. It's a bit more than I thought you could, but looks like you can do more. Heading up the hill now into casino section, getting the car nicely turned in, really nice and sorted. Get the car, just really nice for that first section. So good job from Burkhout. So 18.9 for the first sector. Get the car nice turned in for Mirabeau, now into station hairpin, right to the outside, getting the car really nicely rotated. Now I want to get it back to the left-hand side to get through the next couple of corners now. A little bit of hesitation, but still pretty good. Using the track on the outside, don't want to use too much curb, because that can easily spit you out. Now heading down through the tunnel, then heading down into the chicane. 175 miles an hour, braking about 70-80 meters. Get the car really nicely over the curb, and then heading into to the back corner. Really nice so far. Close to the wall, but not touching it now through the chicanes. Now let's see, will he boss it like Leclerc? No, he does not. Now into Raskas, and then is into Anthony Nose, and that is the lap for you. So a nice lap from Burkhardt to start of qualifying. So we cross line to be at a 1 minute 11.5. That is the benchmark for the whole grid to beat. So look, AT sliding out of the final corner. Luckily, it doesn't mean much damage. But just as they get across the line to finish the lap, it's going to be a bit slower, I imagine. So it's going to be a 1:11.6, so about 10th behind. So a good lap, but not the most amazing. JB crossing the line now, 13.6. Looks to be not a very representative lap. Maybe a mistake there. Let's have a look. Who else is on the track? We've got Slav in the Alpine out final two corners. A little bit of sliding, but nicely rotated through. And they're going to be across the line now. It's going to be a 1 minute 14 free, so another not very representative lap at this point. Maybe just a couple of mistakes there. But let's have a look now. Who is going to be on a lap? Keta into the pits now. I think one of the Mercedes out on track. I think it's Billy Boy. Yes, it is in the Mercedes car. Last two corners left to go. Really nicely rotated. We're now going to be heading across the line now. And what's going to be? It's going to be a 1 minute 12.2 puts in P3. So about 7 tenths off lead, but not too shabby. And let's have a look. Who else can we have a look at? Look, Matty on the medium compound tyres. Good choice, I think, maybe, because obviously doesn't really want to waste a set of softs. So not bad choice. Now into the last couple corners of the lap. Now really cutting the chicane there, but nicely rotated. A pretty nice lap so far. Well, what I've seen. Right up against the wall. Get the car nicely rotated. And into the final corner now. Let's see, will he hit the wall? No, he will not. Really close to the apex. And I think one of the Alpines have had an incident somewhere. Let me have a look if that is true or not. I think it is... Yeah, oh, looks to be okay. Oh wait, some end plate damage it looks like. So that would be unfortunate. We've got Vexen out on the intermediate tyre. Slav completed the lap with a 1:14.3. So Yeah. Oh, no, McMassey, sorry. 14.8. I was like, oh, he's gone down the escape road. I think getting out of the way of the Red Bull. So, yeah, Vexen's across the line with a 14.6. Let's have a look. Who else can we have a look through? A couple of drivers staying in the pit lane now. We've got Moritz out of the pit lane now with that nice helmet. He told me to mention that, but still a very nice helmet actually. Let's have a look. Newmeister's going through the first sector. 18.7 through the first sector. I think that's faster than Bullcaps, sorry. In the first sector. Let's see what he can do though through the next couple of corners. Through the middle sector now. He's got the Red Bull in front of him, but I don't feel that should interfere with his lap. Heading into the tunnel now. Yellow flag's behind him, I think, but I think that's Red Bull letting him go, so doesn't need to slow down at all. But braking really late into chicane, missing the wall, but the car nicely rotates, no invalidation, really up against the wall, you know, just really pushing the car. See how it gets close, well, almost hitting the wall there, but right to it, really pushing the car in Q1. Trying to get a feel for the track, nice through, just get a bit of correction, he hit the wall there, I think he got away with it. Now into the last two corners now, let's see what he's going to be able to do out of the final corner, opening up the DRS, across the line now, it should be a good lap time, it's going to be a 1:11.3 fastest overall. That is a good lap, that should, obviously everyone will get through, but he should be able to come back into pit lane now, and just do that. And Moritz says invalidation, but that was his lap, so does not need to worry about that. Now heading up into the first corner now, right to the outside of the track, nicely rated. Oh, he's invalidated though, bit too eager. But unfortunate. Now let's see now, Kessa, the man sitting second place in the championship. Oh, he's hit the wall. But does he have damage? Not sure. He looks to be pushing though. So I think he might have got away with that one. That was quite a nasty whack against the wall. A little bit of oversteer coming out of the hairpin. It's really pushing the car, really. You know, always run deeper as well. He's just not a very neat lap from Ketta. So far, our man's been so precise throughout the whole season. Very few mistakes. He's maybe ever struggled, but he is looking to try and find some more time through the chicane. Now heading up into Tabac. Let's see what he's going to do. Really throwing the car into the corner. And that is fast through the middle sector. I might be wrong, but still pretty quick, definitely. Then heading into the last two corners now. Get the car nicely turned through. And, oh, Vexen retired. I thought that was him tracking crash, but luckily it was in the pit lane, so he is fine. Across the line now. It's going to be a fastest with 11.2, so it might have been the neatest, but it was the fastest, which is what matters. Oh, and I've taken a screenshot again. Let's have a look. Who else can we have a look at? Blaze coming out the pit lane now. Moritz on another lap time. Let's see what he can do on this run. No invalidation for the turn 1, so that is good. I think that's one of the key points where you can invalidate your lap around here. Right up against the wall. I think he may have just missed it, but you always run deep though. Yeah, unfortunate for him, but he gets the car reversed and will be able to get out of that situation. So good that he noticed that he was going to go deep, but yeah, bit unfortunate. And we see the Alpine behind him, who's on a hot lap. So you have to get out of the way, but let's see, will he? I imagine he will, but we should have to keep an eye out to see. And yes, he does. So good, let's getting out of the way. Let's have a look. Who else is doing some laps? Ketta on his in lap. 80, I think, going for another run actually. Might be wrong, but let's see what he can do. Up the hill now, getting through the casino section. Let's see, will there be any improvement? I think just trying to get a bit more field. Newmeister has retired, but that is also in the pit lane now. 2 times up through the first sector, so that's good for him. A little bit deep though into Maribor, and then into the station hairpin. Not much Shrek as most other drivers, but still nice rotation, so it won't cost him much time. Heading into the double right-hander now. McMatty is also retired from the session, so maybe people just call it there, because that's all they really need to do. Don't want to crash. But the Cabrera driver is still just trying to get a feel for the track and the conditions. Heading down into the chicane, nice rotation, really cutting the curb. And let's see, it's going to be a little bit of wobble out of the chicane, but let's see what the sector time's going to be. Oh, he's hit the wall! Big smack against the wall. But he has kept on going. Oh, he's invalidated though. That was a massive whack against the wall. It was fastest actually, but yeah, let's see. Is he going again? Might be going again. Oh, that was a massive hit though. Might have just got away with it. That is impressive. A couple of other drivers. J Repo, your championship leader, winner of both the Australian and Spanish Grand Prix, who's made a really splash in his debut. lead the championship over Keta, who is obviously one of the most experienced drivers in the whole field. Really just showing his pace, and very impressive. But let's see, can it go through to Monaco? Because if he can beat Keta in Monaco, well, really just win this race, he will really be saying that those first two races weren't a fluke. He is here to win this championship. But let's see what he will do. He's on the medium tyre, so he's not going to waste a set of softs. He's going to save them for later on. We see JB has invalidated as well. Let's have a look who else. AT is going slow, so I imagine he's got damage somewhere. Or he might have ran out of fuel, maybe. I'm not sure. He's going slow, so I think he might have ran out of fuel, maybe. But I don't know. Who else? JB looks like going for another run, actually. Let's see what JB can do in the AlphaTauri. Across the line, starting his lap, guessing the car nice to the outside. A little bit wide for turn 1, but it's just playing a bit safe, so it's not too bad. But red light is flashing though, so he will be struggling with battery at this point. Monaco is interesting. It is quite a battery-heavy track. Oh, he's hit the wall. Has he got damage? He is down by about a tenth of a second, but he might have got away with it. I'm not 100% sure. Yeah, sorry about that. But let's see, will he keep on going now? Let's have a look. Who else is doing something? It's AT. It's on another run. So he hasn't run out of fuel. It's really interesting. Just going for long laps. He's 4 laps on his set of tyres. 4 attempts down through the first sector. So maybe it's just, maybe just try and get used for some older soft tyres, maybe. Never know. Slav out the final 2 corners now. Let's see what we can do. It looks to be a much slower lap. Yeah, it looks to be. It looks like we're going for another one, though. Let's see what Slav can do. Heading across the line, going for turn 1. A bit wide once again, but not too bad. Now heading up the hill. Let's see what it's... I don't know why I'm going for that camera angle. It's like a V8, but I don't know. So it sounds pretty cool. Let's see, heading through... Oh, really close against the wall. Let's see, it's a 6th, 10th improvement, so a really nice improvement from the man in P8. If he does keep this lap up, he could, maybe find his way up in that position. J Reaper goes up to 3rd place on the medium tyre, only 2 tenths off Keta. That is a statement of a lap at this point. So if he can continue that on the soft tyre, he could be golden for pole position, which of course king around here. But let's see though, heading down into the chicane, nice rotation through it, cutting chicane nicely. It's looking to be quite a nice lap from Slav so far. Right up against the wall, get the car nicely thrown into the corner. Red light flashing there. 1.1 second up, though, through the middle sector, which would put him about a 13, I think. That was still, quite impressive, though. Let's see now for the last 2 corners. Oh, a bit of understeer. Luckily kept out of the wall. Should be an improvement definitely across the line. Even with that mistake, it should be across the line. It's up 1 position, a 13-1. So a lot more representative time. And a good job from Slav. That puts him in the mix. Let's have a look. Who else can we have a look? I think most people are on either in the pits, retired, or on in lap. Let's have a look. Who else? Alpine actually. Let's see what he can do going through into up the hill. Let's see. Nice. Well, just turned the car nicely through. I think did much. Yes, he did up to P7 with 12.2. Sorry. So good lap from the McLaren driver. Let's go back to the Alpine though. J Reaper has retired, but that's in the pit lane now. Oh, he slowed down, I think. Yeah. Bill Caps has also retired, but of course, that's in the pit lane now. So it's only a couple of drivers out of the track. The only 2 who haven't tried is Haroon and JB. I think that driver's going out the track, and that is JB setting up for another run. But yeah. It's currently Matty who is in last place at the moment, but obviously he will make it through, so he's got time, and he's on the medium, so it's not the end of the world. But yeah, let's have a look now. JB coming out of the pit lane now, and I think Slav is going for another run. Obviously it's not very representative, it's 23-0. Now heading into and he's validated once again through turn 1. Just being a bit too eager. It's interesting though, these guys trying to get a feeling through, because there's no point improving, and obviously if you pin it in the wall, that's your qualifying done. So I'm not sure really, but of course it's interesting though. Let's see. That's a good line through there. But yeah, obviously validation this whole season. I think it's just JB's on a out lap with 2 minutes left to go in the session, so this should be, if he goes through again, this should be his final run of the session. Oh, maybe not. No, it wouldn't be. Oh, he's hit the wall there. Oh, he's hit the wall. Kept it going though, which is the key thing. So imagine he might have got some front wing damage. Will he go into the pit lane now? Yes, he will. We'll go into the pit lane now. So that should be his session done and dusted. Only Slav going into. It looks like he's keep on going actually. Going for another run. And so let's see what you can do. The only driver on track at the moment in time around Monaco. Although I think his teammate is actually the pit lane now. I think so. Let's see now, heading up the hill. No invalidation this time through turn 1. So that's good. Heading up through a casino section. Gets the car, a bit of understeer, but getting it across the track. Nicely right up against the wall. No collision this time. Keeping it straight over the bump though. Attempt down though through the first sector. Now heading into the hairpin. Right up against the wall. Bit of understeer actually at the start of the corner, but getting some nice turn in for the second part. So didn't really lose much time through there. Now into, bit wide there, but didn't hit the wall, so that's good. Heading into the tunnel, and heading back out of the tunnel, and down into the chicane now. Getting the car nicely slowed down, over the curb nicely, so I thought that was going to be a validation there. Heading up into this back, now into the next up corner, 3 jumps down, so no improvement looking to be unless there's a mighty final sector. Across the chicane now, let's see what we can do. Will it be an improvement, or will he pit? Let's see, what will he do? He will keep on. No, he's going to pit this lap. 30 seconds remaining in the session. And his teammate is the only other driver out on the circuit. So with 20 seconds left to go, he'll set the final lap of the session. Let's see what it's going to be. It's an improvement, actually. Wait, really? I thought it was an out lap. Well, let's see, he's going again, looks like. Casino heading up the hill into casino section. Ridding out the car tight against the wall. Let's see, nicely through. Let's see what it would be heading across the sector point at 2 steps up. So that is good. Let's see, heading into the hairpin. Get the car nicely through. Keeping quite smooth actually. Let's see, coming into the tunnel. Not using all the track on the outside, but that's not the end of the world. Now heading through the tunnel, keeping it tight. Let's see when he's going to brake. He's going to brake about 100 metres a bit afterwards. Get the car nicely rotated. Not losing all the curbs, so that would have cost him some time. We're heading into back. Nicely done. Now 7 temps up actually. So it should be a big improvement, maybe up a couple of positions. Let's see now into the final chicane though. Get the car nicely rotated through. And then gonna, yep, that's looking good, looking nice. Across the line now. It's going to be an improvement most likely, unless he's slowed down in the final sector. Across the line now. That puts in P9. And that is the session for you. That is Q1. So, we shall quickly go through the rundown. It is going to be Ketter, who leads the pack by a 10th and a half over his teammate Noobmeister. And J Reaper on the medium tyre, not far behind them. There's Bullcaps, 80, Billy Boy, Moritz, DJ Rune, the Alpine. So I don't want to pronounce the name wrong. We've got Slav, we've got JB, we've got Blaze, we've got Vexen on the intermediate tyre, and the final runner is McMatty on the mediums. So, looking interesting though, looking feisty. But hopefully it's going to go interesting. Well, this is when we can start losing the drivers now. Of course, everyone in the bottom 5 drivers, or bottom 4 at this point, will be knocked out if they do not find any more time. Or maybe someone at the front has an incident. Never know. But so far, no big incidents. It's obviously a couple hits against the wall, but no retirements. So, yeah. People getting quite lucky. But, looking to be all fine. Now, let's see. Who will be the first one out on the circuit? Let me just get the lap thing up. There we go. Oh. There we go. Okay. Let's see who will be the first one out onto the circuit. Looks like to be one of the Alpha Towers. No, it's going to be one of the Williams cars. Who will it be? Who is it going out of the circuit? Now, I think it is Blaze. Yes, it is. Followed by one of the AlphaTauris. I think it's Wilcaps. Yes, it is. Race driver's getting out a bit early, actually, in the session. 2 AlphaTauris, 1 McLaren. Now, let's see now. Heading up. Oh, I don't know what I'm saying. Losing the plot. But, gonna be interesting. For the drivers will get knocked out of the session. But let's see, who is it going to be, though? As you can see now, TJ Roon heading out onto the circuit. Sorry, I've got hip yawns. What's that? That's not 80, is it? That's 80. But, yeah, I imagine the top guys will try and save their soft tyres until Q3. Drivers like Vexen, who use the intermediate tyres, will have a full set of range of tyres, so, like, and other drivers like Matty and J Repo will have some extra tyres as well with the softs. But let's see, almost every driver is out on the circuit, apart from Billy Boy, Repo, and Vex. That's been a good time. Let's go right on board with Blaze across the line now. Let's see for his first run of the session. Heading into turn 1 now. Not using all the track on the outside, not using all the track on the inside, but still using the track all the way at the exit. So let's see what he's going to do up through the hill for the casino section. Get the car nice against the wall, a little bit wide. Not hitting the wall though, so that's good. Missing the bump. At 19.2. Now it's going to be heading into Mirabel and then into the hairpin. Using all the curb on the inside, interestingly, but that might work. Now heading into the tunnel section now. Let's see. Right, I got his ball actually on the outside, trying to get the least speed drop off. So that's fair enough. Now braking late into the chicane, a little bit wide, but get the car nicely rotated. Not the most best way over the curb, but not the end of the world. Now into to back, right up against the wall now. A 54 flat. Now going into the chicane, not using all the chicane curb. Oh, very close to the wall on the exit. Now into Sabac, get the car nice rotated, not clipping the wall on the inside, and then into Anthony Nose. And that is a lap. And it should put it, well, obviously put it in the top. What's it going to be though? It is a 12.8. And JB has crashed at the chicane, I believe. Let's have a look. Who is nearby to have a look? Oh, we just missed the car, but let's have a look. Now, Alex Slav will say, oh, the car's been tidied up. Bill Caps goes fastest with a 12.0. Now, let's see who else can we have a look at. I think on the McLaren DJ Rin across the line now, 13.1, puts in P3. McMatty goes fastest with 11.8. That's more like it from the Mercedes driver who was last. Good lap from the Mercedes, man. Now, let's see, heading, who will be next one across the line? Slav with a 13.9. Who else can we have a look at? Kessa. Heading into the front. There's Mercedes, no, Alpine, sorry, spun out. Bruni Master goes faster with 11.5. Kessa, 53, sorry, 0.9. I'm still losing the plot again. But, across the line now. And also, one of the Alpines has retired from the session. Wow, that's interesting. I didn't see him crash anywhere. But, interesting. Now, Kessa across the line now, at 12.2. That's not, I think maybe just taking a bit more cautious. But they'll still be pushing, actually. Through the hill. Maybe he backed out, maybe at some point. Let's see him up the hill now. That was looking really good through there. Oh, a little bit of a wobble. Now into oh, massive wobble. He's really pushing the car. He's lost course of a second, so not looking very representative unless he can find some time later on in the lap. Let's have a look. Who else can we have? Billy Boy is on a out lap. Matty is heading on to the pit lane now. Slav is on a medium tyre, interestingly. I need to get the thing up now. Yeah, there we go. But yeah, on the medium tyre, interestingly, so trying something different maybe. But let's see now. What will he be able to do? Will he head into the pit lane this lap? No, he will not. He will continue onwards. Let's see what he will do on the medium tyres. I'm going to find a lot more time, but yeah, obviously so it's the runners so far. Nice through turn 1, not using on track on the exit though. Get a bit cautious though, and one of the Red Bulls has spun out. I believe that is AT actually. Oh, I keep taking screenshots. Yes, AT has spun out. He's on the medium tyres, interesting as well. Oh, he's got the way though of the Alpine. I thought that was going to be a massive collision or something. But luckily, Slav has not hit 80. Heading into the hairpin now. Nicely rotated, a bit wide on the exit, but to get the car nicely across the track. Now heading into the tunnel. What will he do? Not using as much of the outside as other drivers, but still. And heading into the chicane now. Braking late, get the car right. He's using all the car, always run deep though. Oh, he hasn't validated though. So that is his lap done for now. Let's have a look. Who else can we have a look for? Both Red Bulls, interestingly. Well, both on a outlap. Vexen on the softs, he saved. 80 on the medium tyres. Let's look who else. Billy Boy is on the lap time now. A 19.0 through the first sector. Let's see what we can be able to do. Really up against the wall, going into the chicane. Let's see now heading up through the to back. What will it be through here? 53.4. Let's see. Will he have to keep his pace up? His red light is flashing though. But all right up against the wall. He's really pushing the car. Now into the final couple corners now. Getting it nicely rotated through anti-nose. Keep the car right against the wall. Cross line now. Should be a good lap so far. Let's see what it's going to be. A 12.2 puts in P4 ahead of Keta. But behind Bookhouse. So not a bad lap from the Mercedes man. But still behind his teammate though by about 0.4 of a second. Which is interesting. But let's see now. 18.9 through the first sector on the medium compounder tyres. Let's see what the Red Bull man can do through the middle sector, sorry. Let's see. Heading into the chicane now. Braking late to get the car nicely rotate. All right up against the wall there. But nicely done. Really close. You can think you can just keep getting closer and closer, but when you get to about that very close point, you can just clip the inside with your rear tyre, and that sends you spinning. Always invalidated though. He just clipped the wall going into the chicane though. Luckily, no damage. It looks like a Vexer going through the middle sector now. Really throwing it through. Always hit the wall though. But will he be able to keep on going? I think he will. Get it through the last two corners now, right up against the wall. And let's see what we'll be able to do. Really aggressive this lap. Well, what we saw. It should be fastest actually across the line now. Yes, it will. A 10.3. That is a massive lap from Vexen. 1.2 seconds quicker than anyone else. So he is really throwing down the gauntlet now. So maybe I'm trying to take it a bit cautious, or maybe Vexen, sorry, is really showing his pace now. That, wow. Let's see now what AT is up to. I think he is on an lap. Yes, he is. I believe so. Moritz, though, on a flying lap now, really getting thrown through the chicane in one proper movement, actually. Let's see, heading into the Brashcast. Oh, big wobble, though, clipping the wall into anti-nose now. Nicely done. Let's see, it should be a good lap from Moritz as well. Across the line now. But it's a B4, 11.9, so a good job from Moritz. Now, let's see, who else can we have a look at? DJ Rune, attempt down through the first sector. Let's see, can he improve? And in points, he's on near the cusp, actually. Of course, off drivers have not set a lap time. 80 and J Reaper are both in the drop zone. So is the Alpine and JB, but they've both retired from the session, so they are both out. So really only be two drivers at this point. But let's see what will happen. He's still 600 down, but it is an improvement for the middle sector though. Let's see, will he be able to find some more time into the last sector though? Get the car nicely through. Little hesitation, I think, but still nicely done. Now into the final couple of corners. Now a bit too aggressive, didn't use all the track on the outside. Will it be an improvement though from DJ Rune? Yes, it will be up to we'll say P9, but still into a 12.7. But that knocks down Slav into the drop zone. So he needs to find some more time to be able to get out of that drop zone. Let's see. Is he on a lap? I think he is. He's half a temp up. That is not enough to get him out of that drop zone. He needs about a second to get out. Let's see. Oh, really deep into hairpin though. That must have cost him some time, definitely. 18 now is putting on that soft combat tyres now. I imagine we'll be heading out in a minute. So he has, if he gets a good lap time in, he should make it through. He definitely has the pace. But it just depends if he does so, because if he has some bad laps, get some validation, so just slow laps, catch traffic maybe, he's going to be in a bit of a pickle. Let's see now what can Slav do heading into the swimming pool section. 2.5 temps up. Still not going to be enough at this moment of time. But you never know, maybe a mighty last sector finds 7 temps or so. Let's see now into the last 2 corners now. Gets the car nicely rotated through the first bit. And then for the second bit, not using all the track on the outside though. Now I'm going to be across the line now. What's it going to be? It's going to be improvement most likely. It is by half a second. Still not enough to get him out of that drop zone. Let's see now. DJ Rune's on another lap as well, it looks like. Who is that? Keta is out on the track now. I imagine he's gone out of the track now. Vexen has retired from the session, but I imagine he's safe with that mighty lap time. But Keta not feeling safe at this moment in time. So he's going out on another set of soft tyres. That won't be ideal for him because he'll have to waste another set, sorry. But let's see now. We're obviously just going to have to wait for him to get around the lap. Let's have a look who else can we have a look at. Bookap's actually is on the lap as well. Let's see what he's going to be able to do for the first sector. It's going to be a 10th improvement so far. So that should put him up in another position if he holds his lap together. But let's see what he can do now. Right up against the wall. Got the car nicely rotated through. J Reaper actually. I didn't notice that, but a 10-6. So he puts himself way out of the drop zone. So that is safe for him at this moment in time. Rune is obviously I think going slow, but I'm actually going to pit at some point. Let's see what Bullcaps can do. J Reaper has retired from the session, but that is in the pit, so that is all good for him. And he should be safe for that as well. About 9 tenths ahead of Newmeister. And let's see, 6 tenths faster is Bullcaps. So this is going to be a mighty lap if you're going to hold it through the last couple of corners now. So this should be a good lap from him. This is going to be, if he holds it, maybe into the low 11s. That will put him P3 at this moment in time. Let's see across the line now. It's 11.0, which puts him P3 by a half a second. So a really good lap. So track improving at this point, but still, many drivers, even in the top 5 or so, still in endangerment if that track is improving as it is. Keta is improved by a 10th of a second through the first sector, which would put him ahead of Billy Boy, but not really where you want to be. Now into the next couple corners, sorry. Let's see what you can do. Heading into the tunnel now, just trying to keep the line of least resistance, get the highest speed you can through the tunnel. Braking late, the car rotated through a little bit wide, but nicely through the second part of the chicane though. Now heading into the back corner now, throwing the car in. Driver gets the wall really aggressive through there. 1.6 seconds up on his personal best. This is looking good for Keta at this moment in time. Getting the car rotated through the last couple of corners now. Right up against the wall. This is going to be quick from Keta if he can hold it, and he has. What's going to be across the line? Will it be into the 10s? Yes, it will. 10.5 puts him P2. Still behind Vexen though. So that should be safe for him. But still. Bullcaps into the pit lane now. Let's have a look who else is on a lap. Moritz now. Looks to be heading on a lap now. Heading into the first corner now. Oh, does Alpine get out of the way though? So heading up the hill. Let's see. Really throwing the car through. Nicely done from the McLaren. Let's see now what we could do through the first sector. Will it be? Yes, a 2-temp improvement. So that is good. That would put him ahead of McMatty and close to Newmeister at this moment in time. Moritz, though, obviously had a tough couple of races, the first 2 races of the season, but really shown his weight so far in Monaco. So if he can hold his through into Q3, he should be looking good though for maybe could get a top 5 start, maybe. I believe in him, definitely. Let's see what he can do now. A little bit deep. Oh, wait. Oh, he hasn't invalidated though. I thought he had to cut that, but maybe just got the car slowed down. Really throwing the car through. Let's see now. 2.5, well, quarter of a second improvement. Now get the car rotated through the chicane a little bit early. But let's see now what's he going to be able to do into the last 2 corners. Get the car nicely done. Not hitting the wall. Now last corner now. Nicely done. Let's see now. Across the line now. Should be an improvement. Across the line now. It's going to be 11.2. Push him in P5. So a really good lap in the final sector. 7/10 improvement. It's a good job by Morris. But that will be his lap of the session. Looking good. Now Keta though looks to be keeping going. But 2 temps down at this moment in time. Have a look now. 80 is down. And he won't be able to get another lap in. So 80 in P7 now. McMatty still in the pit lane now. Billy Boy is in P9. So it's not safe. Although none of the drivers behind are going out of the pit lane now. So they are safe. So it is Blaze, Slab, JB and the Alpine all knocked out of the session. DJ Rune is safe. Billy Boy is safe. McMatty is safe. So is 80, Newmeister, Moritz, Bullcaps, J Repo, Keta, and Vexen. So that will be it for your Q2 results. Although Billy Boy is still pushing on though. So let's see now. 6/10 improvement through the middle sector. So there's definitely a lot more grip getting out there now. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. Nicely through last corner. Let's see what he's going to be able to do. Oh, really using the curve. But he may have just got away with that. Now cross line now. It's going to be 11.3, sorry. Puts in P6 only behind Moritz, but ahead of Neumeister. So good job from the Mercedes driver. But that is it for your qualifying grid. Now just obviously have to wait. Now we're going to be heading into the business. Q3. It's going to be who will be able to take that pole position. We'll see. But at this moment in time, I think the top three, Kessa, J-Repo, and Vexen, are looking to be the favourites. Because, I mean, about half a second between third and fourth, almost. That was a good lap from Burcaps, though. But, you know, really throwing their weights now. But your knocked out drivers is Blaze, Slav, JB, and the Alpine driver. As I said, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be rude. I just not 100% sure how to pronounce your name. I'm sorry. But just let me know later on. But, yeah. Here we go now. It's going to be DJ Room, McMatty, 80, Neumeister, Billy Boy, Moritz, Bullcaps, J-Repo, Ketta, and Vexen going on for pole position. But let's see now who will be the pole position of the Monaco Grand Prix. The most crucial pole position, I think, for the whole season. Of course, doesn't guarantee you the win, but it does give you a nice advantage if you can do so. Now, here we go now. Final 12 minutes of the session. Just get this all nicely done. There we go. Here we go now. Who will be the first one out on the track? It looks like one of the Mercedes getting ready to go early on, and so is the Red Bull. So, drivers looking to be getting ready to move. Let's see now. Look, it will be the Mercedes. No, it will not. I think it'll be a Williams. Will it be J-Repo? Or will it be... Oh, it's actually Aston Martin. Heading out of the pack. Was that Neumeister or is that Kessa? Yeah, I think it's Neumeister. Yes, it is. Neumeister will be the first one out on track to start this Q3 session. But I think those drivers going out early now to try and get a lap in. Maybe a couple of drivers wasted a little bit longer to try and get the traffic go down. But let's see now. Now, of course, this will not have to worry about Neumeister because he's in front. This time overtakes him, obviously. But, yeah. Let's see what they're going to do. Hang on. Sorry about that. But heading into the hairpin, I obviously just want to get your tyres nice and warmed up. Followed by the Mercedes driver. I think that is Billy Boy. I believe it is. Yes, it is. But let's see now. Only J-Repo is the only driver who is in the pit lane now. I'm just waiting for these guys to get through and, you know, get their lap sorted out. But he is heading out the track now. Neumeister has got a chicane, but of course allowed to do that is only a out lap. But J-Repo just leaving a bit more space between him and the other drivers. So it should be all good for him. Of course, it's a big crash. Maybe he could slow him down, but I have to see now. This is where I think we are going to see the incidents, though. You know, people just pushing, you know, trying to get the best out they can. But let's see now. Neumeister heading into turn 1 for his first run of the session. Heading into the first corner now. Nicely done for the first corner. Let's see, heading up a hill now. We'll be able to get through right to the outside, get the car flung through. That is good, that is aggressive. Now right up against the wall now, a little bit of correction, but nothing too bad. 18.6 through the first sector now. Heading into the hairpin. Really aggressive through the hairpin. A bit deep actually, but luckily keeps out of the wall. Now, not getting the best entrance into the right-handers, but luckily keeping it nicely done. Heading up through the tunnel. I'm going to head back down into the chicane. So it's going to be nice and aggressive through the chicane. Get the car nicely done, thrown through. Now going to head up through to back. Nicely done once again. F52-2 for the middle sector. Let's see what we're going to do. Thrown over the curb in the chicane. They're heading into the last couple of corners now. Through the Rascas and then into Antoninos right up against the wall. And it's going to be nicely done from Neumeister. What's going to be across the line? It's going to be a 1:10.4. So that is not as fast as Vexen, but still a very good run. Let's see. And McMatty has crashed out of the session. Where is that? I believe that is at the chicane. Yes, it has. Really unlucky for McMatty. That will mean he'll start P10 at this point, unless someone else has an incident. Let's have a look now. Billy Boy goes into Vexen goes into second place with a 10.5. Billy Boy with 11.0 and Bull Caps with 11.5. Now we're going to see DJ running across the line now. What's his lap time going to be? A bit of understeer through the last corner now. It's going to be a 1:13.0. So not really with these guys at the moment. That is a disappointment for McMatty, though. Man, he looked really strong actually. You know, through Brexit qualifying, especially in Q2. But yeah, unfortunate for him, and he will start P10 at the worst. Let's see now. Keta now 18.4 for the first sector. Right up against the wall, get the car rotated through into the next couple of corners now. See, really using the coupling inside. Get the car thrown through and get it through now. Really nicely done. Let's see what he's going to be able to do through the tunnel. Breaking down into the chicane. Let's see what's going to be. Break it through right over the chicane now. Nicely done. Heading into the back. A little bit of a wobble on the throttle. But now he's really just want to get up against the wall now. Basically want to just kiss the wall. Now roll nicely through this chicane. Get the car thrown into the next chicane. Into to back. Right up against the wall now. And then that is good. That is nice. Moritz goes into P5 at 11.8. Let's see. Will Casper displace any of these guys from the top? Yes, it will. A 10.0. That is the lap. Now, that is... Wow. He has blown everyone out of the park. Almost half a second between him and his teammate. So this is really game on now for Keta. This is what he wants now. And he's still pushing, actually, at this moment in time, interestingly. It's about 10th down, though, through the first sector. But let's see who else is out there. Moritz is still out there, but I imagine he's on a in-lap at this point in time. Jay Reaper, though, heading out on track in the Williams car. Let's see what he will be able to do. Will he be able to match Keta? Take a 10.0 or better. So, this is going to be a mammoth task for the whole field to beat that lap. But not impossible, because every tiny mistake Keta had, if that is not done, then they will improve. Obviously, if they have their own mistakes, like Captain Chicane. But let's see now. Will Repo be able to take pole position? Let's see now. Now they're going to slow down into the last two corners. Want to focus on the exits after Banting nose. Just want to be nice and cautious with the first bit, and then punch it out of the last bit to get as much speed as you can down the main straight. Let's see now. Right to the outside of the track, and maybe get a little bit more straight on speed. Now right up against the wall, get the car thrown in a little bit wide. Push up against the wall now. Not as good as Keta, I don't think. But let's see. Heading up through the casino section, though. Get the car thrown in. A little bit really close against the wall, though. And it's going to be at 18.7. That is not as fast as Keta, I don't think. Heading into the hairpin now. Really trying to throw it in now. Let's see, though. Into the right-handers. Right up against the outside of the track. Get the car thrown in. Now I'm going to go through the tunnel. I'm losing my voice again. Heading into the chicane now. Braking late. Get the car thrown in right up against the wall now. Really nicely done through the chicane. A little bit of a wobble though. But it's still nicely done. A bit of a short shift now. Heading into the next couple of corners. The big wobble. But gets it through a 52.2. Let's see now. Will he be able to do it? Really thrown over the chicane now. Now into two more corners now. Let's see. Will he be able to beat Keta's lap time? Let's see. Getting it thrown through now. I'm not sure he will be able to. No, he will not. It's going to be P2 though, a 10.3, but still 3 temps behind Keta. So this is going to be a mammoth task to find 3 temps. Obviously, there's a bit of time into turn 1. Of course, time around the whole track, but still. Well, Vexen now finding 2 temps of a second on his next run. Let's see what we'll be able to do. Getting it thrown through the next couple of corners. Half a second up. If he can hold it through, find a little bit more time, he will be right there with Keta. Let's see, we'll be able to hold it through the next couple of corners now. Looks good through the rest cast, now through Anthony Nose. Will he be able to hold it? Yes, he will. Get the DRS open. This could be a good lap time if he's held it through. What's it going to be? It's a 9.9, a tenth quicker than Keta. That is going to be even more of a mammoth task. Wow. Vexen
who was the Season 3 winner around here, really throwing down the gauntlet. He thought, well, I thought at this point that, you know, maybe that first lap in Q2 was, you know, really just him, you know, just showing off a bit, but, you know, a one-off thing. But no, he has found the pace. And now it's going to be Kessa on the back foot now. You've got to find a 10th of a second from, once again, a really good lap time. Will he be able to? Because he is one of the qualifying kings, especially on this game. You know, he can just find the time. Like, it's amazing. Now, let's see now. Kessa going into his next run, I imagine. Oh, we shut the wing, though. So, what's he doing this time? I'm not sure exactly. But, Burkhardt is now 3 tenths down through the first sector. 80 is on outlap now. DJ Room 6. Oh, a big shunt for the McLaren driver. But I think he has kept it going, though. Yes, he has. That was a mighty shunt. He's got front wing damage, though. But, jeez, that was a big hit against the wall. I'm so surprised that that front wing hasn't even completely fallen off. Yeah, jeez. Heading to the pit lane now, obviously. Smart choice, not going out for another Moritz now. Heading out to the pit lane now. Billy Boy, still in the pit lane now as well. Neumeister really cut the game once again. But we're getting into the meat now. Kessa, Kessa will have to get back in the pit lane though. If he is going to go for another run. I'm not sure if those are new tyres. They might be. I'm not sure. Let's see now. This could be, if Kessa doesn't, I think he might go again though on the same type of tyres though. But let's see. Will he box? No, he will not. He will go for another run. Let's see now. What will Kessa do? But this time, you know, he's got to find a 10th of a second, able to get pole position. Let's see now. Heading into turn 1. Get the car thrown in. Nicely done through the first part. Heading up the hill now. Want to take the shortest line, the line of least resistance. Heading up through into the casino section. Yellow flags in front. This looks to be just a slow car. Looking good so far. Oh! He's hit the wall. That is it for Kessa. He won't be able to get back in the pit. So Kessa has thrown away his chance at pole position. So it's going to be second the best for him. And this is a big sigh of relief for Vexen, because his main rival for pole position will not improve. Now it's going to be up to Joe Repo, the man who will be the next one to challenge Kessa. He will need to find a mammoth amount of time, but it's not going to be impossible. Let's see him now. Going right to the outside of the track. This will be his final run, and everyone else behind him will be their final run. Let's see now, heading up into the casino section. See what will he be able to do now. Getting the car thrown in, really aggressive. Nicely done, getting right up against the wall. That was close. Now, just a little bit of correction, actually, would have been an improvement. Yes, it will. 2 time improvement through the first sector. So, he could, if he doesn't challenge Vexen, he will be able to challenge Kessa, though. He needs to find about 3 tenths of a second. But it's not impossible, though. Let's see what we'll be able to do for the next couple of corners now. Nicely done. Right up against the wall. Heading into the tunnel. Wasn't going to be through the next sector point. Oh, he's got one more chicane to go to see what that's going to be. And then one other corner. A little bit of a bump of the chicane. Let's see, though. What will he be able to do through us? Let's see. Already up against the wall on the inside now. So he's lost time, but he's still up on his lap. So let's see now. Will he be able to... Oh, he spun! That is it for Joe Repo. He will only start 3rd at best. DJ Rune, first one to cross the line now. Moritz improves up to P5. A good lap from Moritz of 10.5. Good job by him. Really finding time now. Let's see who else you can keep an eye on. Billy Boy is a 10th down through the first sector. Let's have a look. Who else will have a look at? 80 has validated. That will be sick for him. Neumeister hasn't validated. Vexen, let's see what the pole man is up to at this point. Heading down into the chicane, get the car rotated for a really... Oh, he's hit the wall though on the inside. That is it for Vexen. That is the crash. And that is it for him. But he is looking secure. Neumeister is in the wall. I'm not sure what happened there. But loads of carnage going on later on in the session now. Of course, no red flags. Let's see what Bullcaps is actually. 3 times up. He could still get a couple more position, Bullcaps. Let's see now what he's going to do. Billy Boy has not improved on his lap. P8 for the Mercedes man. Now let's see, Bullcaps will be the last man to finish his lap. What will it be? Maybe a couple more positions. Let's see what it's going to be. Will he be able to place AT? Will he be able to get past Moritz? See what it's going to be across the line. It's P5. 9,000th of a second ahead of Moritz. Good job. But it's going to be Vexen who will start on pole position by a 10th of a second from Kessa. You know, what a lap from
the Red Bull man. Despite that incident at the end of the session, he has really thrown down the gauntlet. And yeah, he will be in the key position, the position you want to be in. So let's go for your Q3 results. Phoenix Matty starting in P10 with no lap time. TJ Rune, 3 seconds off the pace in P9. Billy Boy, P8. A bit of disappointment, but yeah, validated that last run, I think. But hopefully a bit more hopefully in the race. AT in 7th place. Moritz in 6th place. A really good job from the McLaren man. Bullcaps in P5 in the AlphaTauri. Rune Meister in 4th place. J Repo, your championship leader in P3, Keta in P2, and Vexen in P1 for that month, 1 minute 99. Wow. Well, we should see you in a minute or two for the Monaco Grand Prix in LRL, so hope to see you in a minute. Hello everyone, sorry about that short break. We're back though for the start of the race. Think someone really luck by mistake, but it's not the end of the world, of course. But starting in the intermediate conditions in the rain, so this can make it interesting for the whole pack now. Now he'll be heading off into the formation lap now. Let's see if anyone else has done anything interesting. Let's see. Oh no, all on the intermediate tyres. I think that is the correct choice though. So let's see now to get everything all sorted out now. There we go. Now it's going to be course. Vexen heading up the field on those intermediate tyres. Now he's just going to get us a feel for the conditions on this outlet and see what he's going to do. Still pushing on a bit. Obviously, want to get a bit of tyre temperature, but it's going to be interesting though to see what he'll be able to do in these conditions. Of course, maybe if he gets a bad start, Keta could jump in. Maybe J Reaper could get an amazing start. He's ahead of Keta, interesting, but shouldn't really make a difference as long as they don't collide. But yeah, I think a couple of drivers out of position, I think. The Team Mercedes drivers, a little bit out of position, both of them. But we'll have to see. But I think that's really it at the moment. AB AT could get a couple more positions as well. But that's your particular strategy at the moment in the time. Enters to inters for a one-stop or a T-stop possibly. But I imagine it's going to be a one-stop with these guys because of drag position. But I'm going to see now. Imagine it will dry up at some point. But let's see now. Heading the first wet race of the season, of course. Australia was a wet qualifying session, but of course that is a bit different. But let's see now heading into the look at the drift there from Vexen, nice show off. But now into the grid spots now. The pack is pretty close together. Actually, you can see the Alpine going just heading into Rasgas now, or Vexen is heading into the grid spot. Let's see now, what will he be able, or what will anyone be able to do? It's going to be interesting. This whole grid now getting all sorted now. And let's see now. Vexen was disqualified though. He has missed his grid box. The pole sitter, Keta, has not missed his grid box. So this will put him at a bit of a disadvantage, but we're going to have to see what will happen. Vexen will have the inside though for turn 1. But here we go now to 5 red lights for the Monaco Grand Prix. I can't see the lights, really. Now, yes, I can. It's lights out and away we go. Looks to be a good start from Vexen though, and he is ahead of Keta. Maybe Keta might go around the outside. Will he be able to get the move done? Oh, Keta's hit the wall though. There's carnage. Absolutely, the roadblock going on. But looks to be no big collisions though. But let's see now. Couple drivers dropping out of the pack. Massey dropping out of the pack. But Keta has hit the wall. But let's see. Does he have damage? I don't know. Bullcaps now up to P3. A good start from him. Let's see now. Vexen though leading into the first sector now. Bullcaps now 1.5 seconds behind them. J Repo dropped position.
AT's gained a couple of positions. Neumeister's dropped a position or two. Moritz has dropped 2 positions as well. But here we go now. We can see McMatty making a good move on both the Alpines. Good job from him. Let's have a look. See what's going on. Yes. So the biggest loser on that first lap, I think, is both Neumeister and McMatty, unfortunately. But we're going to have to see now, heading through the chicane, will anything happen. But the 2 leaders now sticking together. And Bullcaps is closing in on them after that amazing start. But we're going to have to see what is going to happen at this point. And Moritz, though, getting past Neumeister. That is an unexpected move, actually, from the McLaren man. But it's going to work out for him. Now, let's have a look. Back up the field now. McMatty has got past JB as well. So McMatty, just after a poor start, has made up 3 positions already. So, really aggressive from him. But it's Keta having a look for a move into turn 1. But Vexen covers it off nicely. So Keta is really, really pushing against, trying to get in front of Vexen. And Neumeister is in the pit lane now for, I don't know, is that new? I don't think it's a new front wing. Maybe just trying to do something different, maybe. But let's see now. Because he's Slav getting ahead of JB out of turn 1. But let's see what is happening. Now we are really close now. Burkaps is really caught up the pack, and so is J Repo. And AT is closing in on them as well. But Moritz is a little bit further behind, but he does have a gap to his teammate though. So that is good. And so P6 and 7 for the 2 McLaren, so good job from them. Billy Boy, who's behind these 2, in P8, Blaze 9th, and McMatty in 10th, back in his starting position now, but it's really pressuring Blaze at this point. So McMatty's really going aggressive, and he's going to have a move into the tunnel maybe. No, doesn't look like it, but let's see. Will he be able to make a dive bomb in the chicane? No, he will not. Or maybe he does actually. Oh, a little bit of contact. Oh, and there's 2 positions lost. JB has retired, and so has the Alpine in the tunnel. Let's have a look what has happened between the 2 of them. Oh, big crash though. But I don't think a safety car at this point. Billy Boy has got a 3-second time penalty, I think. Let's have a look now. I'm trying to find the right thing now. They both left the session, yes. No, it's Blaze, sorry, has the time penalty at this point. But, yeah. That is not very good. And Matty has got ahead of Blaze at this point. I think maybe just giving the position up for that cushion chicane, but we'll see now. We see Neumeister back in the pit lane now with a broken front wing. He has the pit once again, but out in front, not as much issues. They've broken the gap with 2 leaders to Bullcaps a little bit by about a second also, but AT is really caught up to these 2 now. It's Moritz's turn to try and catch up to them now. I'm losing my voice still. Billy Boy staying behind them. McMatty, though, after a really bad start, dropping to last place, has fought his way back up through a couple DNFs, but also some really aggressive moves. And good, but still struggling a bit on the throttle. Just got to be a bit careful. You know, just try and not lose the car. And because try and catch up to his teammate, though. Billy Boy. But let's see now. Who are we going to have a look at? 80s, I think they made a mistake. He's dropped back from the top 4. But, yeah, Bullcaps still sticking with these guys, though. Closing about 2 tenths of a second. But Vexen is still holding the lead at this moment in time. Still looking good, though, for the Red Bull man. Pack a bit straight out already at this point. Vexen sets a new fastest lap of the race at 22.8. Moritz, though, goes faster with 22.7. So Morris is starting to close in on these guys. So he is showing some proper pace. And he is faster than the leader. But let's see now. What will they both be able to do? Let's see now. Vexen still pushing on, though. 10th up for the first sector. But he's just not dropping Keta. Keta is sticking with him. And there is a mistake, though, from AT. He's, I believe, gone down the escape road. Does he have damage? I don't think he does. But that has let Moritz through. He has got ahead, though, of the other McLaren, but that's cost him a position and a heap of time. Now Moritz is going to be closing on to the top 4. Oh, it's been 3.5 laps, and there's loads of carnage. 2 DNFs. But, yeah. Let's see now. Heading into the next couple of corners, but just Keta not close enough. Obviously, had that opportunity on the second lap. And AT gets a 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. That's earlier on. But it's going to be interesting, though, with these top guys. They're so close together. That I imagine if any of them gets a time penalty, that's going to drop them really far down. But J Reaper, though, has dropped off them 2 seconds now to Bullcaps. and Moritz is now closing in on him now. So this is going to be interesting. And of course, no mistakes needed. Keta goes to 22-3, closing in, and AT has pitted now, I believe, for a new front wing. Is it? Yes, it will be a new front wing. And that lets DJ back past Billy Boy through, and also will let Matty through at this rate, and Slav, well, both with Blaze, sorry. So he will drop outside of the points into P11. Let's see now. Billy Boy, though, has lost position that first lap, but just made it through a pit stop, so kept it clean though, so good job from him with Massey, as I said, just aggressive move, so really well done to him. Gotta give him that, even though he's one of my drivers, but still impressive from him. But let's go back to the leading fight. Let's see, Jerry Reaper is starting to close in a bit though, about half a second already on these guys, so I think someone makes a mistake, but as they drop out of the field, oh, really close now. Newmeister gets a new fast lap at 21.8, so it is improving the conditions. So we could be going on to dry tyres at some point. But let's see now, heading through the chicane now. Now, just no mistakes from these guys, but they've still got well over 30 laps of this, just getting through, you know, the most trickiest challenge on this whole game. Just completing a Monaco race, even like a 5-lap race is a challenge. Let alone a 50% race. Of course, there is the 100%, but yeah, Bullcap's now going faster with 20.9. Jay Reaper now has dropped back again to about 2 seconds now. Moritz dropping a little bit back off them, but still in P5, so really good to him, and pulling away from DJ Rune. So, nice couple position for the gentleman. So, good job to Moritz. Let's have a back look. I think Jay Reaper though is just struggling at this point in time, just trying to keep up with these guys. Just got obviously his challenge lead, and he does have a buffer over Keta of about 14 points. So at this moment in time, he will be. Let me try to work this out now. Lost 6 points, I think. So it still would have been an 8-point gap between the two. I imagine it might be a bit wrong, but it's around that gap. So he would still have an advantage. And 80 is coming in for the slick tyres. Interesting. So does he think it's time for the slicks? Let's see though, he is right at the back, but trying something different though, trying to get his way back up through the field. Now, it's going to be interesting. Will he be able to set some good sector points around this lap? It looks a bit too wet at this moment in time, but we'll have to wait and see. So where these top guys decide to pit. No, yes, they are going to pit. Yes, they are. All top 4 are pitting. Will Moritz follow them? Yes, he will. Will DJ Rune follow through? They're all going onto medium tyres, I think. Oh, Vexner has been held up, though. Will Keta be held up as well? Let's see now. No? Yes? I don't know. But he is still behind him, though. And DJ Rune continues on the intermediate tyres. But a bit of carnage in the pit lane now. Billy Boy going into the pit lane now. McMassey in the pit lane now. All going to medium tyres. Moritz, though. Moritz is on Inter still. Moritz might have made a strategy call mistake. He might have put on the wrong set of tyres. So, unlucky for him. But this has just not worked out for him. But he should still be in the points though, if he can continue on to pit again. But you see Slav on those older tyres as well, just dropping back from as well. But let's see now. DRS is now enabled, so it is slick time. And DJ Rune will also have to pit as well. But yeah. Unlucky for Moritz, but that is what it is sometimes in racing. But let's have a look at this lead pack now. Vex now in second place though, closing in rapidly on the McLaren driver. Now obviously, will he catch him though? Because that's the question. If he does catch him, I don't think he will though, unless he stays out for another lap. That's going to be tricky for Vexen, because he'll be stuck behind him. But let's see now, just throwing it through chicane now. Really aggressive. Let's see, will he pit? Yes, he will. And that will let Vexen go. We will not have to worry about him. Now let's see now. Keta will have to DRS, but obviously it's not very worth very much just because of this short straight. I'm still giving him a little bit of advantage, but we're going to have to wait and see what will happen. Bullcap's still a bit behind them now. Let's see, Jay Reaper's actually fastest lap. He's trying to get back into the fray now. I think a bit more comfortable on the dry tyres. Now Moritz is also in the pit lane now for a medium set of tyres. So unlucky for him. Fortunate, but let's see now. Where will he exit now? What's going on there? Oh, Slav is getting a new front wing. And he will exit out in P9. Oh my goodness! There's been an instant out of the pit lane. Blaze, 5-second time penalty for Morris. I don't see how that is his fault. Like, he couldn't have done anything, he was just exiting the pit lane. So that is an incident between him and Blaze. Blaze has lost his front wing. The question is, does Moritz have damage? Let's have a look at his front wing when we get the off-board shot. Because if he does, he will be in a pickle. I don't think he does, so he will have 5 seconds, but he will have got away with it. So we'll at least be able to keep on going, though. And he does have a gap over AT, though, so even with that 5 seconds, AT's penalty, he will still be in front of him, but let's have a look now. J Repo now, getting back into the fray, but Keta is still right on the heels of Vexen. Now this is going to be one of those pressure races about just not making a mistake and trying to make the other drivers make a mistake. Let's see now what will happen now. Billy Boy up to P5, so good job and strategy from him. Jumped ahead of DJ Room, I believe. Obviously he went 1 lap longer, so that's cost him 1 position. But Billy Boy, though, you know, still, he's got to sit comfortably, though. He's 4 seconds ahead of DJ Room, but 11 seconds off the top 4. So he's just got to keep it smooth, keep it calm, you know, and he should be in for some nice points. Matty up to P7 after Moritz's own misfortunes, but I don't see how that's Moritz's fault at all. Like, you know, Blaze was, he knew that Moritz was there. Obviously, I know Moritz knew Blaze was there, but, like, Moritz couldn't have done anything Blaze could have, so I see that a lot more on Blaze, to be truthful, so I imagine there's going to be a post-race inquiry. But we're going to have to see, though. We're not going to worry about that, though. Let's keep an eye on the top guys, and also keep an eye on the battle for 3rd place, J Repo versus Ballcaps. It's only been 10 laps of this race. You know, just carnage. But only 2 DNFs, though, earlier on between JB and the Alpine driver. So I think most drivers are just trying to keep it out the wall. If they're not quick, because they can still get some good points. So we're going to have to see, though. I really need a drink at some point. I should have got one between qualifying, but I decided not to, so I'm going to have to suffer the next about 30 laps or so. But that is the Williams of Blaze they are catching now, so we will have to get out the way of them. But we're going to have to wait and see. Hopefully we'll get out the way, but yeah. Let's have a look what is going on back here. Billy Boy still just keeping it nice and calm, nice and smooth. He's pulling out a gap, but still leading to the top guys. But at this point, I'd imagine just keep on doing what he's doing, keep it nice and calm, don't get a time penalty. So that's what he's got to do at this point. But a good job from the Mercedes man. Those yellow flags though behind. What has happened? I think it involved the leader. Yes, Keta has made a mistake. I'm not sure what exactly happened. I think it might have been because of the back markers. And yes, I think so. And this has cost Keta. He's dropped from 2nd to 4th place. Moritz is a 3-second time penalty for track limit warnings, but that is cost Keta. I'm not sure what happened exactly, but he has kept on going though, and well, that has given Vexen some breathing room. He's got 3 seconds now over Ballcaps. J Repo has got ahead of Keta, so now it looks to be maybe a loss for J Repo in the Championship League. Looks to be at this point in time an advantage. He will gain some points over Keta still. So let's see now. Keta will be feisty though, trying to muscle his way past these two to get back at Vexen. But Ballcaps now, just got to keep what he's doing. Always cut the chicane though, so I think that's track limits morning. But this is interesting though. Let's have a look what else is going on. Moritz now catching Matty. 80 sort of round the 2nd gap or so, a little bit outside of it. But yeah, we're gonna have to see now. Although Slav, I just got to say, obviously had a disappointing qualifying, but still in P10, so doing a good job so far. I knew Maestro with the extra pit stops is behind him, but just got to try and catch him at this point. And Blaze is just off, you know, with that incident. But yeah. But let's see though what's happening now. There's been an incident going on. Oh, Moritz has made a mistake. I think he's lost to AT, but he's kept on going though. I'm not sure exactly happened, but he looks to be keep on going though. So at least that's happened. So yeah, at least he's still in the points, and don't think he has damage though. So he keeps on going now. Yeah, I think he is safe. But about 3 seconds of the gap now between Vexen and Ballcaps. course, the Red Bull car with the AlphaTauri car. Let's see. So this is going. Well, I'm losing my voice, I'm losing my mind. But still be interesting though. But I think the real battle is really behind them between Joe Reaper and Kessa. Kessa trying to get a move done on the Williams, trying to just muscle his way through and try and go back onto the podium and try and get past ball caps and then try and hunt down Vexen. Well, we're gonna have to wait and see. I feel very spread out now. Of course, there's a couple packs like between I think that's McMatty and AT, and of course these top guys, you know, second. Oh, it's yellow flag though behind. I'm not sure what happened there. I saw it. Who is that? That's Billy Boy, I think. Well, that yellow flag was. But he looks to have kept on going though. So, and he doesn't look to have damage though. So he looks maybe got away with an incident. Maybe he made a mistake or something. But I think he's got away with it though. Let's go back to this battle though. Now the disadvantage that, of course, Keza has is that Reaper does have DRS down that main straight. So whatever advantage Keza is getting, Reaper is getting as well. So it's just not working out. So Keza's got to make a move somewhere else most likely. And let's hit the monstrous exit of the final corner. But let's see now. Oh, that was a little bit. Oh, he's made a mistake though. I think maybe. I'm not sure. But he's gone deep there. But oh, he's hit the wall actually. But he kept on going though. Of course, if you brush the wall around here, as long as you don't get front wing damage and stuff, you should be okay. But yeah. But let's keep an eye out for these battles though. Another one to keep an eye out for is AT and McMatty battle for 7th place between the two of them. But I think McMatty just holding his own. But Moritz is now caught back up to them. Let's see now, what will Moritz be able to do? Will he be able to get past them? We're going to wait and see. But I think what these guys need is a safety car to get them back into contention. But I think the man who doesn't want a safety car is, of course, Vexen. Pulling out about 2 tenths of a gap now, but yeah. Yeah, I'm really losing my voice now. Matty gets 3-second time penalty though, and it's a battle between him and AT though, are going through the first couple of corners now, and now Moritz is now right on the back of them. So I think AT got past into turn 1, and maybe Matty got track limits to try and avoid a collision maybe. So, but we're gonna have to see though. Let's see. J Reaper now. I think his best choice is with J Reaper because obviously if he goes for a move on either car, you know, be able to see what happens. Oh, a little big wobble there from Repo. But, yeah. Yeah, I'm pretty tiresome. I'm losing my voice once again. But here we go now. And approaching the midway point of the race. Still looking good for Vexen though. Made no mistakes so far. And it's just kept on going. As New Mice gets past Slav to take away that last points position. So I think, yeah, let's be in the chicane, so yeah. But now let's have a look back at these guys. It's the real battle going on, of course, between Moritz and McMatty. It's another good battle as well. Let's have a look back at them. But now let's see now. Oh, Moritz going to remove. Oh, very close as well. But he's going to try and pressure McMatty. He's right on his gearbox. Now let's see now. Will Moritz go for a move? No, he will not. At least at this point in time. Let's see now. Moritz now just trying to get the car turned through McMatty with red light flashing. Now, see now, will Moritz be able to make a go into the Marabou? No, he will not. Maybe into the hairpin there. Optimistic dive. I don't think so. McMatty holds his position. Let's see now. Ooh, slowing it down a bit. Maybe trying to catch Moritz out. But of course, they really are losing time to AT though. Well, the AT is just pulling away now. But let's see. Between the two of them. Sorry guys. I've got to keep an eye out. Moritz really on the gearbox of McMatty. Of course, Moritz had that 5-second time penalty, but yeah. Oh, Massey had to go a bit defensive there. Really slowing the cars down through the next couple of corners, and these are in pits for a new set of the medium compound tyres. no front wing change, so maybe trying something different. But he did have one of the newest sets in the field, so I'm not sure. But he will come out in P... Will it be P10? Let's see now. I think he will. Maybe. It's going to be close coming out the pit lane exit, though. Let's see. Will he be able to? No, he will not. Slav will get in front of him. Let's see now. Moritz still pressuring McMatty every single corner. Now, but this is about P7. Of course, 18 now is up to P6. And Slav is back into the points. And Slav is new Meister up a couple more positions. Keta into the pit lane. Wait, is he lost his front wing? Yes, he has. Keta has lost his front wing. So, I'm not sure what happened, but this has cost the man who's fighting for this championship massively. He's got the pit lane now, and he will emerge in P5, but he's let Billy Boy through, and he will have to get past him, and he will have a monstrous gap to close into. But I'm not sure what exactly happened to Keta, but this is now making things even better for Reaper. Now, his main rival is not behind him, but now behind another driver and about 20 seconds off the lead. And there's a yellow flag in the... Oh, that is DJ... That's New Meister, sorry. Oh, that's close. But it's got the way of both DJ Rint and Slav. Now he's going to... Yeah, he's kept on going. I think he's okay. But maybe just had a mistake with a bit of a half spin, maybe. But let's see now. Heading into the chicane. Vexen now, just cruising. 3.5 second gap. Just got to keep it nice and smooth, no time penalties, no problem damage, and he is looking good at this point. There's a yellow in Sector 1, I'm not sure who that is, I think that's Needmeister once again, he's definitely dropped to the back. And let's see now, Bullcaps is into the pit lane now. Is he going for a new front wing, or is it just tyre changes? It's just tyres. Let's see now, will he be able to get ahead of Billy Boy? I think he will. So this, I think it's just a stop to try something different. But I think he will be in front of Billy Boy. It's going to be close, actually. Let's see now. Billy Boy does pull in front, but will Billy Boy be able to get in front? Yes, he will. Billy Boy up into the podium position. Bullcaps mistimed that pit stop. If he maybe timed it 1 or 2 laps later, he could have got ahead of Billy Boy. But Billy Boy is now up into the podium positions. So, but we're going to have to see now what's going on. Jay Reaper now is the car behind, but I don't know why Bullcaps did that. It's odd choice. There's a McLaren, I think, made a mistake somewhere. Let's have a look. I think it's DJ Rune who has made a mistake. Oh, Moritz has made a mistake as well into turn 1. Both McLarens off. But looks like Moritz has got going again. He has not lost any positions, but he caused big gap loss to McMatty. So I'm not exactly sure what happened. But yeah, DJ Rune now still in P11. But interesting choices going on. And we're going to see that is DJ Rune, sorry, into the pit lane now. So I think the new front wing, possibly. But this is really changing things up. But let's see now. Jay Reaper will continue on. And I think he's got to, because obviously guys behind him will just have to will just keep on going. DJ Rune now is going they're going onto the hard tyres. So I'm not sure. I think there's supposed to be rain later on in the race. I think the guys maybe mistimed when the rain was coming. It's going right at the end. Keta sets a new fast lap 11.9. But he's still got Bullcaps and Billy Boy to get through to get back at these guys. DJ Rune gets a 3-second time penalty. But we're going to have to see now what will happen, because it's going to be interesting to see what Vexen does, because Vexen might be the only one at this point to get ahead of Billy Boy. But let's see now, Bullcap's now pressuring Billy Boy for that final podium position. We're going to get the 3-second time penalty for multiple warnings. But let's see now. Will Billy Boy better hold on to this podium position on a lot older medium tyres? Let's see. Heading through the chicane now. Oh, he's going to fend to the inside. He's going to cut back though. Will he get so down? Yes, he will. So he holds that position. This Bullcaps can get good exit. I don't think he will though. But yeah, what I'm saying is, Vexen's the only one that will pit most likely and get ahead of Billy Boy. Of course, Jay Repo will be in front. So if he extends it, if the rain does come, Jay Repo will be in a position if Vexen does pit. Because Jay Repo can't really pit because he'll most likely drop behind Keta possibly, or at least behind Bullcaps and Billy Boy. So it's going to be interesting. And let's see now, Bullcaps going around the outside, gets the move done. Billy Boy's 3-second time penalty now. But good move from Bullcaps with his fresher tyres. But Jay Repo now closing the gap slightly actually onto Vexen. So maybe just showing a bit more pace, but we'll have to wait and see if that is what's happening now. But
And see now, it's going to be Kez's turn to have a go at Billy Boy, to demote him back to P5 and get himself up to P4 to have a go at Bullcaps now. Bullcaps should be able to march away now on those 10-lap newer tyres. But, yeah, interesting race so far, but we're going to have to wait and see. Yeah. Let's have a look now. Newmeister now is closing in onto slap around the outside, taking P9, keeps out of the wall. Good move from Newmeister. Some good moves around the outside of turn 1, so yeah. Now he's going to be hunted down Moritz now. Let's see now. McMatty now, sort of just sitting there by himself, and now 80 is sort of by himself as well. And now Kessa now is hunting down Billy Boy, who's lost 2 seconds already to Bullcaps now. So I'm sure, oh, big moment there, coming out the final corner for Kessa now. But we're going to have to see now. What will happen now? Will Billy Boy be able to hold a position now? So, you know, people just getting their elbows out, you know, get it for, and I see Kessa now. It's going for a move up through the casino signal. Oh, there's contact! As they kept on going, yes, they have. But that could have been a monumental accident at those speeds. But that is a muscle out, well, elbows out move from Kessa to get his way back into the top 4. But now, just keep an eye on it. J Reaper is closing in on Vexen, so Vexen might be taking it caution. Maybe he's trying to not get track limit penalties. Maybe he's just trying to take it easy on the tyres. But he does have the track position though, and they have the same old tyres. But J Reaper now is getting his head down and is starting to catch the man who was dominant in qualifying and so far dominant in the race. But now they've of course got 15 seconds gap to Bullcaps, but who is on a lot faster tyres, so these guys can't pit, otherwise they will emerge behind these two, both Ketta and Bullcaps. So Billy Boy tried to, if he held them up for a couple of laps, maybe they could have pitted, but no. So that opportunity's gone, so they are going to have to extend if the rain does come, because getting those meters to the end of the race, if the rain does not come, it's going to be a monumental task. But we're just going to wait and see. Now maybe they could extend if the rain doesn't come. Maybe put another set of mediums, maybe even soft tyres on at the end. And obviously these guys will be on a lot older mediums. Newmeister gets a 3-second time penalty. Now most of the grid has time penalties apart from Kessa, Bullcaps, J Reaper and Vexen. But J Reaper now is still closing in at 1.7 seconds the gap. So he is closing into DRS though. So I think he's just trying to push on. So we're going to have to wait and see. Yeah, one of 2 console players, of course, with Billy Boy, who's in P5. Doing a good job, Billy Boy, in P5. Obviously got 20-second gap to 80, so just got to keep it out of the wall, and should be able to get 10 points at this moment in time. But we just have to wait and see. Now, but really, Repo is just giving it the beans. 1 second almost the gap. If he keeps it up now, he will get DRS. Obviously down that 1 straight away, but we're just going to have to wait and see what's going to happen now. Now heading into next up corners now, get the car flung from left to the right. Little bit of a wobble there, but kept it going, so nothing too bad. And now let's see now, Repo getting just getting closer and closer now. Let's see now, 1.1 seconds now. Oh, Moritz has been passed by Newmeister, but Moritz has got his way past. Will it still be a battle? Yes. But Newmeister gets back in front. Back into P8 now. It's going to be hunting down McMatty. But let's see now who can keep an eye out on. But I think Repo's lost a bit of time there. For 1.3 seconds, so he's got to throw it through these last couple of corners to be able to get in the DRS zone. And the gap is 12.6 seconds to Bullcaps. So they're not safe at this point. Slav goes into the pit lane now for a new set of tyres to see what it's going to be. Looks to be another set of medium compound of tyres. No, I think it's the hards actually. Yes, it is the hard tyres. So the last couple of guys decided to go hard. Yellow flag behind. What's happened? Bullcaps has made a mistake. He has dropped. I'm not sure exactly what happened, but he's dropped behind Kessa. Kessa is now the one who's going to be hunting down the next, well, J Repo and Vexen, sorry. But now Vexen is starting to catch some traffic now. Of who is that? I think it's is it Williams? Who is that? That is Blaze. Sorry. I bet it's going to be DJ Rune, I imagine. Next car. Oh, they both get out the way though. Good job by both of them getting out of the way.
I thought one of them would have just darted in front trying to get enough position, but I think it's... Oh yeah, Blaze is a lap car, so that wouldn't have really made a difference. But yeah. Now we're just going to see what happens between these two. Ballcaps gets a 3-second time penalty now, so that is only 3 drivers without time penalty at this moment in time. Ooh, we're just going to have to wait and see. What will happen? Sorry about that. There might be a bit of lag on the stream. I'm sorry. Yeah. That's what was the second guess. So 10 seconds of gap now. Kessa to J Repo on a lot newer tyres, but it's just gonna see what happens now. Heading into up the hill now. So I'm not sure if that was obviously I know Kessa had to pit for that new front wing, but he might have caused a chain reaction that caused Ballcaps to pit, which obviously meant these guys now are going to have to hunt down these guys. But Ballcaps still going to be a challenge in this race, but obviously on those tyres, one lap newer than Kessa's, but still going to need to find some time. But J Reaper now just hovering just outside the second now to Vexen, so Vexen is just holding outside that gap. So we're just going to wait and see. So, yeah. Let's see now. But if any of these guys get a time penalty, there's going to be exactly what Kessa wants, and the other one obviously wants, because if Reaper gets a penalty, Vexen would take a lot easier. If Vexen gets a penalty, Reaper will just have to stick behind him. Also, if Kessa catches these guys, they're going to be in trouble if one of them has a time penalty. Even if they do hold him up, they're going to finish, and there's a yellow flag behind. Who is that? It's a Red Bull. It's AT, he's lost his front wing. He's going to have to pit again, and I think he will emerge out behind Bugatti. Yes, he will. And I think maybe behind Neumeister as well. So this has not worked out for the man in P6. And, yeah. This mistake coming on later on, with only about 14 or so laps to go in this Monaco Grand Prix. Let's see now, chucking the car through the swim pool chicane now. But, Repo has to make a move at some point, because if that rain comes, it'll be a lot more difficult unless Vexen makes a mistake. We're gonna have to wait and see. Now, I think there is a lap car some guys are approaching. Who is that? I think it's Moritz. Maybe. Who is it? Who is that? Yes, it is. That is Kessa. They're approaching and he's letting them both go. But now, it's Blaze letting them go. But, now Kessa is closing down 5.6 seconds the gap. Now, he's going to really, really push to be able to have a go at the guy. McMatty, oh no, sorry, AT pits coming out the pit lane now. He will emerge behind Neumeister. Not Moritz, though. But it's now going to be, say he's 5 and 6, so... Oh! Billy Boy's made a mistake, but he does have a gap. So he has kept on going, though. Yes, he has no front wing damage. He's lost time, but he had almost 40 seconds to his teammates, so... That has not cost him too much, but it's cost him some time to the guys in front. But right on J Reaper now, it's lost about half a second already, and now Kessa is now closing in. Will be hot on their heels in a couple laps time. So with that front wing change, Kessa might be a man on a mission. But I did just see he's on negative fuel though, so if that rain doesn't come, he could be in a pickle. But let's see now. Heading into the next corners. Now the gap is now 2.6 seconds now. So Kessa is closing in hand over fist. That's the right saying, isn't it? I think so. But this is just, this is going to be interesting now, because he will have to get past these two if he wants to try to win this race with 10 lap newer tyres. But this Repo has hit the wall. That has cost him a big chunk of time. Now Kessa is right there. Repo, I don't think he's got damage though. But, yes, he does have damage, I think. He's understood mastery. Kessa has got ahead of Repo. He is back into second place and has one car left to catch. And that is Vexen. So a man who looked at everything falling away from him in this race has now come back and is hunting down the leaders. 3 seconds the gap. That should be eaten away soon, but will he be able to get past him? We'll have to wait and see. But Repo now has just lost time. But he's kept on going though, so I'm not sure if he does have damage, but maybe just understeered. But this is interesting at this point.
Now it's going to be Ballcaps' turn to try and have a go at Repo. Obviously, he does not have a time penalty, Repo. And there's a yellow flag behind. What has happened back there? I think that... I'm not sure what happened there. Yeah, flag. Oh, Blaze getting in the way. Maybe that might have been it. But now 2 seconds of gap is now between Keta and Vexen now. Vexen needs that rain to come down soon. It is getting darker, but it's going to be a couple of laps time if there's going to be any rain at all. Heading on to the 29th lap almost. But this is spicing things up. Can Vexen get these tyres to the rain period? And if not, will he be able to get them to the end of the race? But now, Keta now. Pushed. You know, 2.7 seconds now. Let's have a look. What was that? I'm not sure what his lap times were, but it was a massively slow from Vexen now. And now Keta is now right on the gearbox of Vexen now. Now, it's going to be... I've said now like 5 times in that one sentence. It's going to be hammer time now. Oh, Keta already having a look for a move already. But let's see now. What will happen? Now, Vex is going to defend with his life. This is going to be like a Hamilton-Verstappen situation in 2019. Will the Red Bull driver be able to hold off the Aston Martin on a lot older tyres? Obviously, it's a bit different now because, yeah, in compared to 2019. But let's see now. Will Vexen go for... No, sorry, Vexen will defend the position. Keta tries to have a look for a move, but Vexen just knew what he's going to do. I keep mixing them up, sorry. But, yeah, now Vexen's job is now just to hold up Keta. Oh, he's so close behind him. He's just got to slow down the cars as much as he can. Yeah, just try and slow them out. Newmeister and McMatty are having a battle. I'm not sure what's happening. McMatty does emerge, still in front. But now, Keta now is having a look around the outside of turn 1, Sandoval. He goes for... Oh, there's a bit of contact. But Vexen has stayed in front just. But heading up the hill now. What will happen? Keta will stay behind. Newmeister looks to have got ahead of McMatty. But this is getting intense now. Repo now is in the clutches almost. Oh! I keep on thinking he's going to go for a dive bomb. But, no. But, you know, he's just defending left and right. He's basically just doing a Senna. You know, against Mansell. On a lot of old tyres. This is mad. But Repo now still has to hold off for that podium position now. Oh, what's happening there? AT's got ahead of McMatty. So McMatty has dropped down back into P8. 80 on those newer tyres. Now Newmeister is going to be the next one up. Now there's yellow flags behind. What has happened there? It is... Oh, it's a battle between Ballcaps and Repo. Repo has dropped behind Ballcaps. And that is going to be it now. Joe Repo now. Oh, he's in the wall. He might have damage. He's kept on going. Oh, there's an incident. Moritz has had an incident out of the chicane. He's emerging P10. But it's just chaos going on now. But let's go back to your leaders now. Let's see now. Oh, it's going to be a defence on the inside. Oh, my goodness. So close. But Vexen may have just held out once again. Repo into the pit lane now with a puncher. So that wasn't an incident. Just, you know, just broken damage or something. But a puncher. Now McMatty's made a mistake once again. Now Joe Repo going on to intermediate tyres, getting a new front wing. Now, oh wait, Keta has got ahead of Vexen. I'm sorry I missed that move, but Keta has now got his way past and is now into the lead of the race. Now, Vexen has got... And it's starting to rain. It is starting to rain. So if Vexen could have held out for 1 or 2 more laps, that is just... You know, he could have pitted. But no, it's going to be now Keta who will be leading into the pit. But we're going to see now who will pit now. Now, it looks like Reaper has sort of had to pit now because obviously on the slicks he would just slowed down. But now you see who is that? The Mercedes getting out of the way. I think that's McMatty it is. But this is shaking the race on its head. And Vexen is in the pit lane now for a new set of intermediates. And so is Ballcaps now. So Keta has left his way out. And there's a new front wing for Vexen now. So let's see, will Ballcaps be able to jump in front of him? It could happen, I think so. Yes, Ballcaps is ahead of Vexen. Now, Ballcaps will be the one now hunting down Keta. Let's see now, will Keta be able to extend these mediums? He's not looking to have slow sections at this point, so he might be able to still hold this lead.
but Billy Boy continuing on now. DRS is now disabled. Yellow flag in sector 1. What's happened there? Is Moritz has broken his front wing. Just gone deep. But those old medium tyres, some of the oldest in the field now. But now it's going to be Keta will be in the situation now. Will he pit at this lap? I imagine he will have to. If he extends any more, he's going to lose time. You know, we're just going to see now. We're going to just have to wait and see what will happen exactly. Yeah, I imagine he's going to have to pit now. Because if he continues on, he could lose that pit stop advantage. Now more drivers pitting in for 18 and Newmeister heading into the pit lane now. For those intermediate tyres. And yes, Keta will go into the pit lane now for a new set of those intermediate tyres, I imagine. Now it's going to be interesting. Oh, his teammate does get out of the way. Oh, but he does get held up very slightly, though. But I don't think that's going to hinder him much. He gets the new tyres now. He gets on going now. Oh, he's a bit slow. Is that an issue, the game? No, I think there's an issue. I thought that was bad for him, but he will emerge up into P1. Now, let's see, will he be able to hold on to this lead? Now, Billy Boy is still on his medium tyres, and Joe Repo now is right behind him. He's gonna, let's see now, there's carnage behind, let's see what's gonna happen. Oh! What's happened there? Oh, there's a back marker blocking the way, and they're both into pit lane though, so Repo is back into P4. But Billy Boy into the pit lane now for a new set of intermediate tyres. That is Moritz into the pit lane now for a new front wing. He will get held up though by his teammate. But wait, that's medium tyres. Is that a bug? Is that a bug for DJ Rune? No! DJ Rune's put back a medium set of tyres on. He's done what Moritz has done. Oh wait, 5 seconds though. It's going to be a slow pit stop for Moritz now. But now it's going to be Keta's race to lose. Billy Boy exiting the pit lane now. DJ Rune gets a 5-second time penalty for crossing the white line. But this has just fallen away from the two McLarens, who are really just fighting their way through. AT gets a 3-second time penalty. Let's have a look at that penalty situation now. If I can... Yes, there we go. So it's Bullcats with 3, Billy Boy with 3, AT with 6, Noobmeister with 3, McMassey with 6, Slav with 6, DJ Ring with 8, Moritz with 6, and Blaze, in with 6 as well. But now it's going to be Keta's race to lose now. A man who started off the front, well, on the front row, sorry. You know, he got stuck behind Vexen for that first stint, made a mistake, but it's just, you know, he just made his way through, aggressive moves, and is now into the lead. So that pit stop, despite with that front wing change, did work, and he has made his way into the lead of this race. I'm clicking the wrong buttons again. Go back to the tyres. There we go. But Dizaroon will have to pit most likely once again, because he's going to fall back like a stone at this moment in time. So, yeah. And besides, it's teammate behind him, so no real point staying out. And yes, he will box this lap. Let's see now. It's going to be, as I said, well, Vexen is about 3 seconds behind Bullcaps. Bullcaps is 6 seconds behind with a 3-second time penalty. So there's nothing, unless Vexen finds some monstrous pace and gets past Bullcaps, there's nothing that Vexen can do. He will have to go to the end of the race. And the best he can do at this moment in time is P2. But I've got to feel for Vexen, he dominated that race, just that wrong strategy call, not pitting. Maybe could have gone for the hard tyres, but no, it didn't work out for him. But Replay, though, despite that bouncer, has made his way back up to P4, so it's still looking good for him. Billy Boy as well in P5, 20 seconds really between them. Big moment from Keta, though, out of the casino section. But the plan is, I think, just for everyone really, is just to get to the end of the race. You try and maybe get close in if you don't have a time penalty, really. That's really Vexen's job at this moment in time. But, yeah. Let's keep an eye out for the two Mercedes, sorry. Let's have a look back at McMassey, though. Still sitting in P8, though. So, still looking good so far for both Mercedes cars. P5 and P8 should be nice points to haul for them. And there's a yellow flag in Sector 2. Who is that? That is DJ Rune, I think. But I think he's only letting some guys through, so nothing too probable. The gap is now 7 seconds to Keta, who could claim his first race victory of the season if he just gets past these last 5 laps of the race. Yellow flag behind, I think that's DJ Rune just letting the driver go. But, yeah, here he goes now. Keta heading to lap 36 or 39. Just has to make it to the end to keep it nice and smooth. Let's have a look. There's a 20.7 for Keta on this lap. Let's see what Bullcaps is doing at this moment in time. It's a 21.7, so about a second slower a lap, and 21.6 for Vexen, so a tenth in. He's going to keep that pace up. And he does get a time penalty. He will still finish P2. We're just going to wait and see. Let's have a look. What else is going on? Bowley Boy. I'll go back to him now, but yeah, really just nowhere. Yellow flag's behind. What's happened there? I think that's Blaze, I think. Yeah, I think it is, but kept on going. But only 2 DNFs so far, so this is looking good on that DNF front. So yeah, but just have to wait and see. Will there be any last minute retirements? But I think the closest battles, it's really just massive gaps, really, to be truthful. About 3 seconds, I think the smallest gap is. But normally it's about close to 10, 20, 30, 40 seconds. You know, for the whole field, so it's so spread out. But we're just gonna wait and see. Anything's gonna happen now. Now it's gonna be Kessa heading on to lap 37. Oh, that's a bit deep, but kept at the wall. That's good. And now it's going to be cross line now. About lap 37 out of 39. 3 laps to go. Neumeister gets 3-second time penalty. But yeah. Oh, big moment from Vex and almost hitting the wall there. But now he's just got to keep on closing in. He's got to find that more time. Does he? I should check. Nope. Yes, he does. He needs to find about 3 times per second. And he will finish ahead of Bullcaps. But that's going to be the key battle of this race, I think. But Kessa just sitting nice and chill. It's going to switch back to Vexen's point of view. He's dropped back a bit, 4 tenths of a second now. So he's just losing a little bit of time now. But we're going to have to wait and see what will happen. Of Joe Repo, not really a threat to these guys either. But still, you know, if I thought, to be truthful, that this late, like halfway through the race, Repo was going to gain even more points. But no, he's going to lose a big chunk of points, which is going to cost him about 13 points. So that's going to put them really close together now. After that, okay, just get consistency from Kessa. You know, P2 in both of the first 2 races, they're going to be a P1. Despite being 2 P1s for Reaper, it's going to be a 4th place. No matter, it's another 3-second time penalty. But I don't think that's going to matter much because he's so far in front of everyone else, or behind him. So, and Vexen gets a 3-second time penalty. So he's going to need either Bullcaps to get another 3-second time penalty, or will need to earn Keta gets a 3-second time penalty. But that doesn't really matter at this moment in time. It's only really Repo now, the only driver to not get a time penalty at this point. So can he continue that on? Just 2 laps to go now. Keta catching up to Neumeister now. So he's going to lap up to P7, I imagine. Let's see now, just going to slow down a bit. I think that's, who is that? I think that's AT actually. Yes, he's going to lap up to, wait, what's going on? Oh wait, no, I was wrong. Get up to P6, and his teammate is going to let him through, but that's not the best point, I don't think. For Neumeister, because he's going to lose a lot of time. But yeah. Now it's going to be AT have to let the leader through, and it's going to see how efficiently we'll be able to get through at this point. But I don't think so. I'm still losing my voice. I turned the time penalties on. Let's have a look. No, they're both on 6 seconds, so AT has sort of just, you know, just by mistake of Neumeister letting his teammate through too early, has really just, you know, saved him from a possible move from Neumeister. But now heading on to lap 39 of 39. A really tricky race for the first half for Keta, but it's just made it work in the final part. Now we're going to see now, after setting an amazing benchmark and qualifying, Scott beat and Reaper gets the 3-second time penalty. So the whole grid has got time penalties. So, yeah. But let's see now, Keta just really just, you know, ever since, oh, that was like, so I thought he was going to go in the wall there. But after an absolutely, you know, just amazing second half of the race with that, despite with that front wing change, he got back on with those new set of medium tyres and has charged his way through and barged his way past up into the lead, has really just held on since. Hit it for the right turn back onto Inters, and it's just worked out for him beautifully. He's leading by almost 9 seconds. I did say
pole position doesn't guarantee the win, and today it hasn't guaranteed Vexen the win. And it's guaranteed the man who starts in second place the win. But got to give it to Getter. Amazing drive from him. Also Bullcaps as well. And also Vexen. That first half of the race was just almighty from him. You know, withstanding the pressure. But it just didn't work out for him at the end. And it's going to go to the rival. The man who looks to be really just... He should have really, you know... He had the pace to win both of the first 2 races. Will come through to win the Monaco Grand Prix in LRL in Season 4. What an amazing drive from Getter. 10 seconds his lead over Bullcaps, who will finish in P2. Really good points for the AlphaTauri team. And Vexen, your pole sitter, will come home in P3. If he didn't get that time penalty, he would have finished ahead. But, yeah. It's what it is. I saw a podium. And now, Jay Reaper now, your championship leader, I believe still will hold on to championship lead just, will come through into... Oh! Wait, what the blaze? He kept on going, and he's crossed the line. That's good. Billy Boy will finish in P5. AT's crossed the line in P6. Neumeister finished P7. Matty in P8. Slav crossed the line P9. A good job from the Alpine driver. And Moritz will take the final points in 10th place. And let's see now. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, I thought there was something going on, but I think it's all fine. Now Billy Boy crowds the final corner now. P5 for the man making his second start and his first ever start in Monaco. Great drive from the young reserve driver driving for Mercedes. Now just gotta wait for Moritz and Blaze to cross the line. Moritz will be Blaze will be the final finisher now, who despite having a tricky race just kept them going, so gotta give it to him for that. Moritz will cross the line in P10. Unlucky for him after that safe pit lane exit incident. But yeah, that will be your final result for the Monaco Grand Prix. What a race. Charge through, you know, making overtakes around the track you shouldn't really make overtakes on, but it's about to tell. Kessler driver of the day. Not really surprising, you know, after that amazing drive from him. But let's have a look in a second at the championship standings. I'm tired out of that one. Let's just wait and see your podium results in just a minute or two. Here we go now. Kessler X in the podium. Great drive from the Aston Martin. Heading out onto the podium now with Bullcaps and Vexen. And we'll receive the winner's trophy for the Monaco Grand Prix. An amazing drive from all drivers, but gotta give it to Kessler. An amazing drive from the Aston Martin. Let's go. Here's your final results. Kessler will get maximum points, 26 points, with the fastest lap. There's Bullcaps in P2, Vexen in P3, Rupo in P4, Boy in P5. There's AT in P6, Neumeister in P7, Bugatti in P8, Slav in P9, Moritz in P10 taking the final points, Cicerone in P11, Blaze in 12, and your 2 GNS, JB and the Alpine. So that is your Monaco Grand Prix. A big thank you for everyone who just checked out the stream. I really love doing this, even though it does kill my voice. But we'll see you for the next round in Imola, actually, my favourite racetrack. But yeah, big thank you. If you would like to join the link is in the description. And please like and subscribe if you did enjoy. And we'll see you all very soon. So thank you and goodbye.